Hello and welcome to the final of the Orion Bowl. It's been a hell of a season, so a quick recap of last week. Happy Christmas to all, and Happy New Year, because I won't see you before then. But either way, congratulations to the coaches' sons and the Legion of Choke Artists. You are in the final with the Legion of Choke Artists actually putting up last week's high score, which was a very good score, 124.84. Very good. Let's hope you can continue that momentum into the final against the coaches' sons, who put on a hell of a season. Because I've been throwing a bit of shade at them this year, and it's all in good fun. But I do feel like they have been fortunate, but they were unfortunate to lose a couple of their keepers to injury. So you know what, they've still managed by hook or by crook to finish top of the league despite losing two of their keepers, and that is an achievement that needs to be recognised. So congratulations to the coaches' sons. You've done a hell of a job this season, and long may it continue. And also, unlucky to the team with no Namath. You won last year. You are a reigning champion. You managed to get into the playoffs against all odds. In the last week of the season, you came up short against who did you play last week? The Suns. You must have played the Suns. Yeah. You came up short against the Suns. Unlucky. And the Colts as well. Your first season in the illustrious Orion Bowl, and you came up short in the semi-finals, but you put together a hell of a team, a really scary lineup. So you've got a couple of very good keepers there that should keep you going into next season and beyond. And also, congratulations to me, for being the best at tanking, because the Harlots just couldn't play quite badly enough. I put up the low score, obviously, 29.90. That is how to tank when you don't even break 30 points. That is tanking. That is tanking 101. It was some good tanking. Possibly going to come back and bite me in the arse, though. I will get into that very shortly. But first, we're going to take a look at the battle for 5th pick in the draft, the team with no Namath versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are on 54.40, and they haven't even played Derrick Henry or Tyreek Hill yet. So, yeah, this could be an issue for the team with no Namath. So far, the only team with no Namath player that is performing is his kicker, who's put up a pretty good score, actually. But, Swift let you down. But then again, the Lions let everybody down this week. Anybody that played a Lions player who just has had an atrocious week, and I am no exception to that. So yeah, that's unlucky there, Namath. But so for that reason, I'm going to have to pick the Colts in that one. I think the Colts are probably going to get it done, and they will be rewarded with 5th pick in the draft next season. Up next, we have the Gorillas, the Dennis Trey Gorillas against the Oakland Harlots. The battle for 3rd pick in the draft. Now, Brady was very good, but Kamara was slightly better. Alvin Kamara put up 53.20, which I think is a record this year for a single player. I might be wrong there, but I don't remember seeing a score bigger than that this year on a single player. I think Tyreek Hill got close when he was on 44 or something like that. But bloody hell, 53.20. It's crazy. So the Harlots, you're really going to need Devontae Adams and old David Montgomery for the Chicago Bears to step up for you this week. And the Bears are playing the Jags, who are pretty terrible, so Monty could put up some good numbers. He put up some good numbers last week. He put up good enough numbers for you to not tank well enough last week. So, but I mean, 53.20, you've got to lean towards the Gorillas in this one. I think the Gorillas probably get it done, and they are awarded with 3rd pick of the draft. But anything can happen. And then we have the battle of the worst, the Toilet Bowl. It is myself, the Baltimore Ravens, taking on Baby Got Dak. Now, obviously, I did intentionally tank to get into the Toilet Bowl because there is a science to it. Tanking for 1st pick, you've got to leave enough quality on your bench after you've tanked so that you can get into the bracket, but then you want to win this game because you don't want to be the Toilet Bowl champion. I do not want to be the Toilet Bowl champion. It's just I don't want that moniker on my team. And if you win this game, you get 1st pick. The loser doesn't get 1st pick. The loser gets to be the Toilet Bowl champion and also gets 2nd pick in the draft. And yeah, I've got to be totally honest. I think that is where my team is sailing. I think I might have. My whole strategy of getting into this matchup is possibly coming back to bite me in the ass, because I played Marvin Jones. I did try and take him out last minute, actually, like 2 minutes ago. I haven't been watching much of the NFL coverage this week, and that's my fault. But it was only with a couple of minutes ago that I saw that they mentioned that basically none of the coaching staff were available for the Detroit Lions. Now, I mean, they have coaches on the sideline for a reason, and you know, there's a reason they have them there. So the fact they didn't have them, I did try and take Marvin Jones out, but it wouldn't let me take him out, because I just thought, well, this could be a nightmare for the Lions then. And then it went from bad to worse when Stafford went down, and then when Daniels, their second quarterback, went down, which meant obviously very poor production for Marvin Jones, who I put in, and so that's really hurt me. Gronkowski did a great job. He really performed well. Suckup did average. I mean, you know, you want a couple more from a kicker, but that's not the end of the world. But really, what's hurt me is one of my power positions, the wide receiver position. I've got 1 point from, basically, and that's just not good enough. That's just not good enough. And Nick Chubb scares me. And then you've got Lamar Jackson as well, who's probably going to put up ridiculous numbers. I think maybe got Dak. I think they win this one. They take first pick, and then my team are where they belong, in the toilet, right down the toilet. I'll be carving my name onto that toilet bowl trophy. And and I'll have to make do with second pick. But you know what? It's not the end of the world, because the Legion of choke artists have shown that you can go from worst to first very easy. I mean, he hasn't won the final yet, but he's in there, you know. And he put together a hell of a season. And I think that's the reality I'm going to have to make myself okay with. I mean, the game is still open, but I just think that Dak has too many players that are set to put up ridiculous numbers. And, I mean, if DK Metcalf turns up, and obviously, you know, got Taylor. Le'Veon Bell is obviously going to be the number one back in Kansas this week. That's interesting. So yeah, you know what? It's not over yet, but I do feel like that Dak has the momentum, and they have the quality in their, especially in their matchups as well. I just feel like they might well run away with this one, which is a shame, because like I said, I'm not kidding when I say I really don't want to be the toilet bowl champion, because I mean, the team with no name will never let me hear the end of it. They never will. They will ridicule me forever after this, and you know what? I'll deserve it, because I'm the one that put myself into this place. And I went from almost being on the cusp of the playoffs to now being in the toilet bowl. Where once I've missed out on the playoffs, I wanted to be in the toilet bowl bracket, as I said, because I wanted to try and play for that first pick. But I just feel like the decision to playing Marvin Jones, and Marvin Jones underperforming to that level, the fact that he didn't even if he'd have broken 5 points, 6 points maybe, then yeah, I'd have a chance. But 1 point from wide receiver, it's not good enough. You can't expect to win when you have that. So yeah, I do think that's going to happen. So on a more positive note, let's move on to the final. The final, guys, congratulations, Suns and Legion, just for being there. You've done a hell of a job all season. I'm really going to be... I've been enjoying watching how your teams have performed so far, because obviously we had Saturday football and everything as well. Cook staying under 20 points is not ideal for the Legion of choke artists. Ideally, you'd want him at around 20, like Wilson did for Dak. Wilson did a great job for you there, Dak. And that's the other problem I've got personally, is that obviously, you know, if he'd have stayed around 12, then that's fine, because Chubb's going to put up big numbers. But when you've got your other running back putting up 22, or 26 rather, and then you still got Chubb. Sorry, I went back to my matchup. I think I'm cooked in that one. But yeah, really, you want your running back like Cook. You want him to be on about 20, and he didn't quite get that. However, Jefferson, he finished under 10, so it's kind of wide open. And I don't know. Both of you have absolutely sensational lineups. You really do. You've got, Aaron Rodgers, you've got Jones on the Legion of Suns, and also, you've got Carson and Wilson still to play on the Legion of Suns, and yeah, the Legion of Choker. I think Legion edge this one. They are predicted to lose, but I do think they might edge it because I'm just hoping that Wilson and Carson go for a big game. Wilson will probably throw to everybody except Metcalf. No, my luck. No, I hope he throws to Metcalf all day because that would help me out a lot. But yeah, Wilson and Carson, if I've got to make a pick, I'm going to pick with the Legion of Choke Artists to take the final, to go from worst to first. It'd be a hell of a fairy tale story. But this one's wide open. Flip a coin. Both sensational lineups run by fantastic people, as all of you are. But this season has been really, really fantastic. It's been great fun, and I have enjoyed it. Like I said, obviously I'm in the toilet bowl, and I will never hear the end of that because I'm probably gonna. I don't see myself winning this matchup. I really don't. But yeah, I'm sure I won't hear the end of that. But yeah, you know what? It does mean that I'm in a decent position in the draft next season, so I can try and build a team that can get my hands on one of those rings that I will be giving out to one of the finalists shortly after the finals are all wrapped up, and I'll do the trophy ceremony, which I usually do in kind of April, but I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try and stay on the ball this year and try and do it earlier. But best of luck to you all in your matchups. I hope you've had a terrific Christmas, and I hope you have a great New Year. And it's been a joy playing with you all this season. It really has. So I'm hoping that you all join me again next season. I'll do a quick wrap-up show next week just to wrap up where everybody finished. But obviously it'll be a shorter one because there'll be no matchups to look forward to because we're going to be entering playoff football soon in the NFL. The season has flown by. It's been nice to have the NFL season with everything else that's been going on this year. It really has been fantastic to just have the NFL to look forward to every week. I think in the NFL, fair play to them. I think they've done a terrific job. They've run into hurdles here and there, but to actually be able to put on the entire season, games every week, they've done a great job, and I'm glad that they did because it really. Yeah, whilst we didn't get to go to the live games, which is a real shame, I'm hoping the live games will be on again next year because I really missed that. I missed that as a day out. It was because it's normally a tremendous day out. Really, really great fun. A couple of you guys, you make the trip with me, and yeah, it was a shame that we didn't get to do that this year. But next year, hopefully, it'll all be back. And thank you to everybody in the league. Honestly, it's been an absolute joy. And good luck in your matchups. And I will see you for a wrap up next week.